The episode opens up with a big old transformer thing, and the narrator describes him as a peacekeeping vehicle disguised as a huge cowboy, which is aggressively inaccurate.
He bears zero resemblance to a cowboy.
He is a robot disguised as a robot. Like, make no mistake, this is simply a robot.
If you look closely, you might notice that this guy's a big robot, but we've cleverly disguised him as a cowboy.
You know how cowboys are covered in blinking lights and yeah.
You can't see from this angle, but he's wearing a very tiny cowboy hat on top of his head, and it works every time.
That's no disguise. First of all, no matter what you're you want to disguise this guy as, he's a giant robot. You can't disguise him as anything except for a mountain, maybe, if you put a tarp over him. Today we watched Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs episode 1 from 1987. We're going to be breaking down all the weird and wild stuff that happens in the episode, and we will be awarding the most cursed frame from the episode, so get ready for that. So, the giant robot protects the inhabitants of this old western town from the outrider bandits. And, I mean, if you have the technology to build this giant robot, can you build these people a better town? Like all these buildings are like 1800s technology.
Yeah.
Like get them some AC or something, you know?
Yeah, there's obviously a big power imbalance going on here if that guy's storming around and these people are living in shacks.
And the Outrider bandits are bad dudes with pod racers, and they come from another dimension for some reason, which seems unnecessary.
This was really glazed over, this part.
We're on this crazy sci-fi western planet. Like, why are we bringing another dimension into it? Just say they're from the other side of the planet, or they're from the east side of the planet, we're from the west.
A classic matchup.
Maybe a different planet at most.
Yeah.
Dimension is crazy. Other dimension? No. We can't be worried about other dimensions.
We just started the show. Stop introducing other dimensions. I don't even know what's going on in this dimension.
You're right. Take it one dimension at a time, narrator. And the narrator goes on to say that they thought Ramrod would protect them, but in the end, the people that saved the day were the Star Sheriffs. And then the narrator says that he should know because he's a Star Sheriff. He's Saber Rider.
He tells you about the big robot guy. He's like, we've got this big robot guy. And then this battle happened. But actually, the robot guy didn't do that much. It was mostly us that did that. It's like, all right, well.
Like, within the exposition, he's retconning exposition. That's crazy. Then he starts reminiscing about when it all began, which is, I mean, he's already been dropping exposition this whole time, and then he gets deep into it. And this is when I was like, oh, I don't know if we should cover this show because I'm having a real hard time writing this plot summary.
We're getting into like meta levels of recap, where he's recapping within his recap.
Basically, while the giant robot Ramrod was being built, there was an Outrider spy named Vancro who found out about Ramrod, which is bad. So Saber Rider told the head of the Ramrod project, April, about Vancro. Okay. So she goes to deal with it on some other planet, and Saber Rider goes as well, but they take separate vehicles. And also it's the day of the Grand Prix race.
The stakes could not be higher.
This is a Japanese show, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And what they would do is like, for some shows, I don't know how much they did it for this show, but like they would just buy the rights to the show, like a North American company, and then they would like re-edit it and just like forget the script and everything and just write their own script.
With the visuals?
Just to accompany the visuals. They're like, oh, that guy's driving a car. All right. Well, we'll make up a story about it. Or like, there's a giant robot. All right, whatever.
That's awesome.
There's a show called Samurai Pizza Cats that famously did this.
Huh.
And it's like supposed to be very different from the original. And I watched that and it was also very confusing.
Interesting.
So yeah, they're on this planet and it's the day of the Grand Prix race for some reason, just to add another layer of on top of this already complex narrative. And the red racer named Mr. Fireball wins. But unfortunately, some bandits spoil the celebrations by taking a young girl hostage and holding her at gunpoint.
Jesus.
It just escalated so quickly.
Yeah, it's just the Grand Prix. Relax.
It's just the Grand Prix.
And by the way, if I was racing in the Grand Prix and my opponent was named Mr. Fireball,
just give up.
I don't even know that I would
put it in park. Like, you're done. If somebody's named Mr. Fireball, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to race against that guy.
Take my pink slip or whatever you need to do, like. And luckily somebody shoots the gun out of the bandit's hand and everyone is like, whoa, who's that good at shooting? It could only be Saber Rider. Hell yeah.
Is he getting off a plane on a horse?
Oh, wow, you're right.
That horse has to go down all those stairs. That's going to be very difficult.
Or is it one of those plane like slide things that's like for emergencies?
The horse just kind of collapses and he slides down on it. There's no graceful way to do this.
I mean, coming off of a plane on a horse, though, is one of the dopest things, especially holding a shotgun.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
He deserves his own theme song. He leaps about on his steel stallion, and the horse has jetpack hooves. So Saber Rider dismounts his mech horse and gives the horse over to the valet, and he says, please give him a lube job.
And a handful of sugar.
Please give him a lube job.
What is he going to do to the horse? What's a lube job?
You know, get in the joints. This is all above board. He's not going to the horse. This is all very normal horse procedure. Don't worry.
Just a lube job.
Just a regular lube job and a sugar cube.
That's gross. Yeah, I couldn't, like, the horse too, like, it makes real horse sound effects, like it whinnies and stuff, but it's clearly a robot. So, like, is it a live horse encased in, like, robot armor? Or what's up?
I like the idea better that it's just a real horse. Encased in metal.
He cannot get out. You just have to feed him sugar and give him lube jobs to keep him alive. Then Saber Rider tries to book a room at the hotel, but the dude says there's no rooms left. So Saber Rider's like, well, that guy with the trophy who just won the race, he probably has a room. Just give me his room.
This is so psychotic.
I know. The hotel lobby guy's like, what? That's like not how hotels work. He has a reservation. I can't give you his room. And Saber Rider's pissed.
He's so jealous because he just won the race and he's carrying champagne and everyone loves him.
Oh, that's champagne?
I don't know.
I thought it was his trophy. It's like a really weird, large trophy.
Oh yeah, that's a trophy. My bad. That's not champagne.
It's a weird trophy, though.
It is a weird trophy.
It's too large. You can't really put it on your mantle. It'll hit the roof. And Mr. Fireball comes up and he gets his room key, but Saber Rider says, give me that key. And he tries to grab it out of his hand. Saber Rider's a psycho.
That's completely deranged. You can't do that, obviously.
This is not acceptable behavior, Saber Rider.
You can't just go into a hotel lobby, point at the first guy you see and say, give me his room. And if not, I'm going to take it from him.
Yeah, or else I'm going to start getting violent.
I have a gun.
And while they're fighting, another guy in a poncho and a blue hat comes out and smacks the key out of both their hands. And Mr. Fireball is like, what the is going on here? Give me back my key. This hotel lobby's out of control. But blue hat guy is straight up holding him at gunpoint now.
And then he's like, wait a second, I recognize you from the race. And it flashes back to when the guy passed him at Mach 4 for a split second. And he was wearing something completely different and his face was obscured. He's like, I recognize you from earlier. I saw you through the windshield going 500 miles per hour.
Wearing a robot armor that covers your face.
That's you.
Yeah. That's crazy. Then a woman runs in and goes up to the blue hat guy and says, uh-oh, my father found out about the square dance. And the blue hat guy is struck with the fear of God.
I'm pretty sure he says, I didn't know you had a dad.
You didn't tell me you had a father?
I thought you were grown in a lab.
I thought you sprouted out of a flower. What happened at this square dance?
This was one of the sequences, too, where I was like, I bet in like the Japanese version, this makes more sense because what's happening is crazy. And characters are just running in and saying random
Yeah.
And they're like,
yeah, this is very random.
It feels like they're trying to piece it together and they don't have the script. Then her father comes in with a shotgun and calls him a slithery, possum-eating, carpet-bagging bandito.
You slithery, possum-eating, carpet-bagging bandito!
What is this scene supposed to do for me?
We're supposed to know that the blue guy, he
Okay.
yeah, he's been bagging this woman's carpet, and now the dad is he's pissed. I think this guy is that Peter Jackson,
That's Peter Jackson. I knew I recognized him. I was trying to put my finger on it. It's Peter Jackson.
director of Lord of the Rings, and also killer of unsavory boyfriends. Make sure to like this video and leave a comment to help to support the channel. Or if you really want to be a slithery, possum-eating, carpet-bagging supporter, you can throw me a couple bucks over on buymeacoffee.com. There's a link in the description. Back to the cartoon. Then the enraged father opens fire, chasing the young man off. Oh, yeah, and he is, this was a contender for the cursed ram here.
What?
Yeah, that's a mad daddy.
That's one mad daddy.
This hotel lobby's out of control.
Yeah, imagine it's your first day as a desk manager and then all this happens.
Yeah, I'd be like, in the first 8 seconds, I'd be calling them, like, my supervisor and being like, well, somebody wants me to give someone else the other person's room. What's the procedure? Well, don't do that. And now there's a dad trying to kill a guy.
What's our policy on gunfire?
There's like 3 different guns being drawn right now, all in different situations. I think I have to go home for the day. Back with the other 2 lunatics, Saber Rider pulls out his gun and shows it to Mr. Fireball and says, hey, why don't we just share the room? And Mr. Fireball agrees, saying he can sleep on the floor.
What kind of negotiation tactic is that? Just come in really hot with a gun and say, give me your room. It's like, no, he's like, all right, fine, we'll share it. It's like, what the what leverage do you have in this situation? Other than a gun, I guess.
They should not be sharing a room. They need to be separate humans doing their own unhinged
This guy shouldn't be within a kilometer of this other guy, let alone sharing a room.
No. There's obviously something about each other that's making them become very violent, so they need to stay apart.
It's like when you put 2 male gorillas in an enclosure together.
Oh, yeah.
They're from different bachelor groups and they go nuts.
Next, the blue hat guy changes into his blue armor. I don't know if we needed to see this.
We didn't need to see all that.
We didn't need to see this. Like, the armor, like, it comes on in a really weird way because it's already on his thighs, like the inside of his thighs, and it just needs to come around the outside now to be put on. It should just be pants, right? Like, slip them on like pants.
This guy just needs to learn how to put on pants. Also, as a fellow hat appreciator, I really like that this guy takes off his hat and then his machine puts another hat on him. He took his hat off to have another hat put on.
That's the wrong hat. It would totally clash with this outfit.
Yeah. That's not my crime fighting hat.
Get on his little booties, step into those, and his hat.
Almost forgot my hat.
This guy's look is pretty bad. I'm gonna take that stance here. I think this hat, the hat is what ruins it. To be honest,
I like the hat. It gives them character. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw them all at the beginning, I was like, all right, Power Rangers. And then I saw that guy and I went, oh, now hold on a second. What's this guy got going on? What's his story? A hat gives character.
I think the hat is just the attempt to like shoehorn the cowboy aesthetic into their robot armor, right?
Possibly, but I'm all for it.
But it's also it's not even really a cowboy hat. It's one of those like weird like Watson hats, you know, like Sherlock's buddy is wearing that kind of hat.
Yeah, it kind of makes him look like a gentleman.
Yeah.
He looks like he should have a robotic mustache as well, you know?
And just be like having robotic tea parties with the robot horse and...
Exactly.
Then he jetpacks up the side of a building.
He just had his helmet on in the last scene. He put his helmet on and walked off, and now he's immediately taken it off to fly into this building.
Yeah.
What was the point of that?
And to wear his other hat. You're right.
And to put his other hat back on. He did all that. He put all that armor on, then he caught himself in the mirror on the way out, and he was like, I gotta change. The new helmet's just not me.
Yeah. Even though he's jetpacking up the side of a building and this hat would just fly off as soon as he started going.
You gotta tighten that strap, brother.
That strap is way too loose. Then he breaks through a window and there's a terrifying no-pupiled man in there. And this is this week's cursed frame.
Yeah.
It's demonic. This is Vancro. So the spy who infiltrated their giant robot, like construction site or whatever. I mean, if this guy walks into your site, okay.
You shoot him.
Yeah. This
you
is
shoot on sight.
He's obviously a villain. Oh, maybe the fact that one eye is 10 times the size of the other and they're both slanted and have no pupils and he has fangs? Yeah, maybe he's the villain of this show.
He's just missing an eye patch, really. Yeah, this guy, he draws a lot of attention to himself.
This is like a no-brainer. He's the villain. If he walks into your lab, absolutely slam dunk that guy into jail. Like, he is not supposed to be here. I think the robot is more disguised as a cowboy than this guy is disguised as a not villain.
Yeah.
He looks like Mick Jagger. This guy looks like he knows all the words to Sympathy for the Devil. That's his go-to karaoke song, which is a song that nobody wants to hear in karaoke.
Which is why they have to kill him.
Every week he comes in. He does Sympathy for the Devil, long ass song. The intros takes forever. There's just bongos going for the first 2 minutes. He's not even singing. Guy is a villain. So they have a gunfight and the creepy dude escapes into the hallway.
This guy's got a weird outfit. He's got like jeggings on with a poncho and a scarf. Classic villain outfit.
And yeah, so the other two guys, they come out of the room and they're like, oh, that's Vancro. And then Vancro magics away, leaving behind a steaming pile of goop. Yeah, so we're led to believe that these three guys, before 20 minutes ago, like did not know each other, right?
Right.
But I mean, the fact that they all have this perfectly matching armor with different colors, these guys are destined to be a team.
Yeah. They just knew that they'd be best friends. They took one look at each other and went, all right, well, we have to be a team.
Yeah. Your favorite color is blue, mine's red. We should be star sheriffs.
I'm sorry that I tried to kill you back in that hotel lobby for your room. I see now that was up.
And Saber Rider jetpacks out the window and he jetpacks down to land on his horse, which seems like, I don't know, counterintuitive. You're on a jetpack. Why are you going to go land on a horse to then ride a horse?
Yeah, you're already flying. It seems like just cut out the middle horse and get there yourself. Probably faster.
You're already jetpacking, but the horse does have jetpacks, so they jetpack horse away.
Okay, so he's just a slightly faster mode of transportation, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, the horse did have a nice lube job, so he's all lubed up.
Oh, I forgot. Freshly lubed horse.
He's cleared out the tubes or whatever, and so Mr. Fireball arrives to see the outpost under attack by the Outriders, the evil pod racers from another dimension. Did it even explain what their goal was? Like, what?
No, all it said was that they're evil and that they're from another dimension and not to worry about any other information.
It's a lot of work to get from one dimension to another. You know, I must imagine. Take some technology, probably some kind of teleporter.
Yeah, there's a history
machine
here that they are withholding from us.
And if you just go to another dimension and you're just like, okay, now let's massacre these people, like, what is your society?
Those are bad guys.
Your society sucks. Luckily, Saber Rider rides up and Saber rides the out of everyone. And Mr. Fireball attacks them with his car guns, and the blue guy shows up and kills some people too. Yay. Then April comes out and explains a bunch of crap that doesn't matter about Ramrod or whatever. And Mr. Fireball is like, okay, hop in. And April takes all three Rangers inside of Ramrod, or inside Ramrod's production center or something. Because that's Ramrod there.
Yeah, I got to be honest. During this whole scene, I forgot that he was a Transformer. And when it reveals it in like a few minutes and he unfolds, I got so hyped. I was like, oh, right, that is the big robot. Very cool.
It is just straight up a transformer.
It's a transformer you can drive. Actually, I guess you can drive all the transformers. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely you can drive transformers. You just don't want to be in there when they're transforming. And they enter the control room, and yeah, it's just a Pacific Rim situation. They all need to control it together. And April sees on the radar that some big bad guy is headed their way. So they all intuitively know the controls and fly out of the outpost. And they see the giant evil robot, and they need to defeat him so the episode can end. So they're fighting this guy, and April's like, we've got to go into challenge phase. And Mr. Fireball's like, what's challenge phase? But she says there's no time to explain. And I mean, if you're piloting something with like 3 other pilots that all need to be working in sync, you gotta explain challenge phase. Like, what are we about to do? Like, that's what I'm asking. What are we going to do?
You're in a very high stakes situation right now. You can't be shouting things like challenge phase if you haven't briefed everybody on what the that is.
Instead of saying challenge phase, maybe just say we're about to transform.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. So they go into challenge phase, which is turning into a giant robot. And while the robot is transforming, the robot has a voice, and he keeps yelling catchphrases. He yells, head him up, move him out, and power stride, ready to ride. This is a part of challenge phase, to yell all these catchphrases?
Yeah, they forgot to mention, but Ramrod also has a lot of sick rhymes that he likes to drop during challenge phase.
Are these pre-recorded? Like, did somebody have to go in the booth and like, oh, what's this for? It's for Ramrod's challenge. What was it?
Challenge phase?
Yeah, it's for Ramrod's challenge phase. It's going to be the catchphrases that he's going to drop. Okay, that's my motivation. Challenge phase. Okay. Yeah. And it's voiced by Peter Cullen, who is the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yeah, pretty notable as soon as he starts yapping. I mean, if you're going to do a Transformer in your show, that's the guy to get. Yeah.
Perfect Transformer voice. And I guess it kind of looks like a cowboy here, but not really.
Doesn't look like a cowboy at all.
Okay, well, a little more than the beginning, just because you can see the hat more, but you're right.
I'm just being a dick.
No, I mean...
But yeah, no, he doesn't look like a cowboy. I don't know why they had to drop that little detail that he's supposed to, because like, you could have put any amount of effort into trying to make him look like one a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I would start with like the color scheme. Like, he should be mostly brown, right? Or like beige or something.
Yeah. Give his like belt more of a
put a star on the belt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Give him some of those like shoes with the spiky things on the back.
Yeah.
Like,
he needs some spurs. He needs a bigger hat. He needs a sheriff star.
Lasso on the
maybe a bandolier. Yeah.
Not a cape. He's a giant robotic cape. That's crazy. Robotic cape is crazy because metal cape, what function is that? Like, what? It doesn't even look cool because it can't blow in the wind. It's made of metal. Why would a giant robot need a giant metal cape?
This guy stinks.
So they use the giant robot to defeat the other giant robot with lots of great punches and kicks. Next, the 3 boys decide that they're going to be Star Sheriff now, and it's going to be a whole show. And then we go back to the beginning of the show where Saber Rider is finishing his story. So this was all his narration from his point of view, I guess.
Right, yeah.
And he's finishing the story, and he says, isn't it crazy that their team is comprised of a bounty hunter, a race car driver, a Saber Rider, and a beautiful girl? Which is so dismissive of April. She's the like CEO of Ramrod Technology or whatever. Like, she built this thing, I think. And you're just going to refer to her as a beautiful girl?
She's here too.
She's a robotic genius. She's more useful than any of you lunatics. You guys are wrestling over a room key. The hell? Next week, we're going to be doing a different type of video, a very special video. We're going to be looking at the most cursed frames from the 1964 holiday classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You know him. You love him. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to contribute.
Pretty famous reindeer, right? It's in the song. He's famous.
He's probably the most famous reindeer.
You're right. Nobody knows who the Blitzen is. Rudolph is the man.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be great. See you then. Bye-bye.